Alright, so here we are in InDesign. Today we're going to learn how to print correctly. There's three different types of printers that we can use here in the Graphics Lab 6500. The first thing we want to do is I'll talk about the printer, so we'll go to print real quick so we can look at them. You've got the printer A, which is a black and white printer, which is free for you to use at any time without asking any questions. You've got the Minolta color, or the Minolta 1050E. That one you will not be printing to. It's our production black and white machine for running things for the school. The very last one is the Graphics Color 6500. That's the one you'll use in class to print off all of your assignments to turn in for your portfolio. We do ask though that you don't print to this without asking. It does cost us money to print, so if you need to print stuff for other classes, you can, but you need to ask us. It costs 5 cents a print. If you're caught printing to this without asking, you'll lose your privileges, and then you'll have to figure out how to turn your projects in some other way that are printed in color. But anyways, let's go back to just the blank screen real quick before we get to that far. If we notice, looking at our screen right now, we can see that we've got our margins going on, and we've also got our container boxes for our background color and for the text box here. We want to do what's called checking our document for a couple things. Want to look in the lower left-hand corner, make sure there's no errors, which there is none in this document. The light is green. We also want to come over here and click on what's called preview mode. If we click on preview or push W on the keyboard, you can see our pasteboard has now gone away. It's now gray, and all of the margins and container boxes have gone away. For some reason, if I had a stroke on this, let me turn one on real quick. So now I've got a stroke turned on, I click off. That's not what we want to see. Since we're in preview mode and we didn't want any strokes or anything, this would be a red flag that we need to go ahead and change it. So I'll select my box real quick, come over here to my toolbox, and push the Apply None button. That's now gone away. So I'm free to print at this point. Everything looks great. So I'm going to go File, Print. Once this box comes up, I need to go ahead and choose the Color 6500. So there's a couple things we need to do here. We need to check two different boxes. First thing we want to do is go to the Setup tab underneath General. By clicking on this, it's going to give us some different options. We want to make sure that we get the right paper size. We know that we want to go to 8.5 by 11. That's normal paper size. The next thing you want to do is check your P. This little box right here. The P represents the paper. If for some reason it was rotated off the page like this is incorrect, and there'd be clipping that takes place. So your document would print off of the page. So we need to go over here and rotate that. Next thing we need to do is change page position to centered. That's going to make sure that it prints exactly in the middle of the piece of paper when it comes out of the printer. That's very important. The very last thing, we need to click on the Setup tab down in the lower left-hand corner. What this is going to do is going to allow us to bring up the printing preferences for the 6500. This is a very special printer. We need to tell it how to print every time. So to do that, what we need to do is go to Printing Preferences. Inside of here, there's a drop-down list. This drop-down list houses a bunch of different types of presets. Paper, paper weight, type of quality, binding, left, right, duplexing, all of these things that we'll learn as the year goes on. For now, we're just going to do a normal print. So we're going to come up here and choose the 8.5 by 11 normal. Click No. Nothing else needs to be changed anywhere in these dialog boxes. Go ahead and click OK. We're going to click Print one more time. We're just then going to look at that setup real quick, make sure nothing changed in this box. Everything's good there. And at this point, we can go ahead and click Print. And now it's going to go to the printer. It flattens it. This may take anywhere from 10 to 30 seconds to get over there, depending on how many pictures and other things you have going on in your document. Once that's done, you've successfully printed a document, and you have to repeat this for every InDesign document whenever you go to print. Same thing for Photoshop, Illustrator. You have to assign a preset every time you go to print. If you get any other questions, ask me, and I'll be more than glad to answer them for you.